Welcome in, gang coach. Pumped to have you. So, we've had a bunch of stuff on the back burner we haven't been able to get to. This list of notes doesn't even come close. This is like started last night, right? So, we got way more than this, but we got to start at least getting rid of some of it. So, Brewers, Cubs rivalry, right? It's like, I forget exactly what it's called, but basically they live right down the road from each other. It's just a 90-minute bus ride. So, it's a huge rivalry. The Cubs manager is a Milwaukee native. He got booed every single time he went out to the mound. The Brewers, I believe, it's either the Brewers or the Mariners. They have a guy named Perkins it's got to be Seattle, right? They got a guy named Perkins that made Coach think of Kendrick Perkins of the Thunder. I can't remember who Sam Perkins played for. I'm going to think the Pacers. Oh, shit. Well, there you go. Yeah, Pacers, Thunder Finals. And then, so the Brewers, they go by the average Joe's. Coach says that's a big loser name, right? Like, it's memorable, but you can't have the average Joes win the fucking win the fucking World Series, right? So the average Joes are the perfect heel. Happy to be there, all shucks, motherfuckers, right? So a Hawaii player on the Steelers sacked Dylan Gabriel. What do you know? Jabril Peppers, Mr. Former Browns, wears the Guardians cap. He got fucking injured in the game, of course. So how about Belichick learned Spygate from the Chiefs' Howard Mudd, which if you're Boston Allen, you should remember Howard Mudd and Jason Babin running the wide nine in Philly, right? So I think it's very interesting, Belichick gets all the heat for it, right? Meanwhile, who's still winning fucking Super Bowls, dude? Are you kidding me? Andy Reid has been... How the fuck am I... Of course, that's the fucking team that, blew it all. Oh, they stole the Eagles' fucking signals. Oh, you mean Belichick out Andy Reided Andy Reid? Who the fuck knew this guy was a cheater, bro? Sincerely, get the fuck out of here. Makes so much sense. So, Coach respects that 05 Super Bowl and the Patriots way more now. He thinks it's hilarious that he stole their signals. If they did, good for him, right? So, sorry, guys. Coach has a huge, Coach loves that 05 Eagles team, but knowing that Reid cheated, it makes everything make so much more sense. And never fully sold on McNabb, I'll be honest. Let's see. And that's because Coach is a Vic fan, right? It is what it is. So, more Joes, right? Joe Thomas, Thomas Lane, Tom Brady, Joe Flacco, Joe Burrow, Joe Theismann, Joe Namath. J.J. McCarthy, is this motherfucker named Joseph McCarthy? Coach didn't look it up, but come on. Is that what they're doing? Hold on. Let's do this one. So here's the I-95 rivalry. Coach really doesn't want to read too much about this, but we really kind of have to. First meeting, June 13th, they gave it the 666 or 863. Rivalry did not begin until 98 when the Brewers moved from the American League Central to the National League Central. Oh, yeah, Coach has to look up something right the fuck now. Check this out. Okay. Yup. Just like I thought. Okay, Coach is going to just give you, everything going down with the Brewers. Coach is very impressed with himself. As of right now, with the Brewers in the NLCS, right, 2025, Coach has the Brewers losing no less than 3 World Series. Coach has them dropping this one, then turning right around, dropping it to my fucking Indians next year, right? Then they're going to switch leagues. And it is the Brewers. We couldn't figure out if it's the Brewers or the Padres that are switching leagues. No, the Brewers are going back to the AL. 100%. They're going back to the AL. And the Brewers are going to face off against the Padres, the two most cursed teams, right? And they're going to fucking even blow it to the lowly goddamn Padres, right? And Brewers fans are going to be completely Stockholm Syndrome at that point. Never think they have any chance. But then sure enough, they're going to show up and beat the fucking Atlanta Braves in the World Series. No doubt in Coach's mind, that's exactly what they're doing. So just to recap, Brewers losing to the Mariners this year. Soon, either next year or in the next few years, dropping the World Series to our Cleveland Indians. Then dropping the World Series after winning the American League pennant to the Padres. Then same thing to... Then they beat the Braves. And they finally get to beat the Braves. Tell me that's not the best way to do it, right? Finally get to beat the Milwaukee Braves. Of course that's what they're doing. Of course it is. Why the fuck would all this be happening? Okay. So, Diane Keaton dying, that's interesting because, we got Michael P. Keaton. Coach read Michael J. Fox's book, right? So it made Coach think that also, Michael Keaton, that's Batman. Died at 79 years old. That's one of the numbers the coach had. Let's see. I didn't look too much, to be honest. Reds. It's interesting when Pete Rose just died. Amelia Earhart. So she might be Amelia Earhart. Sanford. We're not going to look much more. I'm already bored of this bitch. Yeah, this isn't great. Okay. Sorry, Keaton. I don't care anymore. I'll come back and try to find something. Sam Perkins, who'd you play for? The fucking Pacers and the Sonics and the fucking Sonics. And he went to UNC. And he was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks. They did that fucking dumbass trade for Luka Doncic. Oh, man. That's crazy. And his middle name's Bruce. Right, so the one Perkins, Kendrick Perkins, we know plays for the Thunder. This Perkins, what do you know? Pacers and Supersonics. Let's go back to the notes. Oh, yeah, we brought that up because of the Perkins with cancer. Go through out for a second. Okay, so we're going to get to some good stuff here. The last three-peat in NFL history was the Packers beating the Browns and the Chiefs, and coach has the Packers winning the next Super Bowl after this one, after the Brownies lose. Whoa, that's fucking crazy, right? So last three-peat was the Packers. Coach is telling you the Packers are very close to winning the Super Bowl. He thinks that the Packers beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl next year, 2026, almost certainly. Okay, and so the Chiefs go to three-peat, right? Gets fucked up. Packers the only team that have three-peated. What do you know? They did it again. The Packers three-peated way back in the 20s as well. They're the only two teams to ever do it, are the Packers and the fucking Packers. So if you're fading Coach's prediction that the Packers are the third team to 6 Super Bowls, I got bad news for you next year. I'm just telling you. You wait and see. Okay? So Coach says the reason the Chiefs got blown out last year was to prove that the Chiefs are posers. They're a bunch of fucking quitters and pussies. Like Tom Brady would have had some crazy-ass comeback like he did on the Falcons. Not that he wins every single game, but we never just saw the Patriots get fucking smoked. Never. Not that I can remember. Right? So there's that. Tom knocked out one of Gerard Mayo's teeth. What do you know? Gerard Mayo's teeth. Meanwhile, his former team, the Patriots, their quarterback is Drake May, right? And then his former team, the only other one he played for, Tampa Bay, TB Tom Brady, right, is Baker Mayfield. So May and Mayfield taking over Brady's old stomping grounds. What the fuck's that about, right? Sorry, hold on a second. So Manning, Peyton was almost coached by Parcells, Jets. Everybody jokes about Eli Manning's Jets beating Belichick twice. Well, how many fucking Super Bowls did Belichick win in New York? That's why they did that. Tom Brady is friends with Kobe and he's like chasing MJ. He's basically the football version of Kobe. And, of course, we say that Myles Garrett is Kobe. And what do you know? Tom Brady's going to be beating Kobe in the Super Bowl this year. It's a little too much for Coach. Drew Bledsoe, Drew Rosenhaus, Super Bowl back in 2005. Terrell Owens' agent versus Tom Brady's event. The person who eventually Tom Brady stole their spot. I'm so sorry. Coach has allergies like crazy right now. Okay. Coach is telling you that Joey Porter Jr. on the Steelers is going to get torched by Jerry Jeudy in the next fucking matchup. I cannot believe This dude is poking the bear like he is. Like, Coach is not the biggest Jerry Jeudy stan in the world, right? Coach told you that Jerry Jeudy is Deshaun Jackson, okay? And Coach knows Deshaun Jackson, okay? This is not a dude that's going to show up every single week and put the team on his back. This is the dude that the wrong dude's going to piss him off, and he's going to make sure you never fucking forget it. I'm dead serious when I say 300 yards. Jerry Jeudy will receive 300 yards on Joey Porter Jr.'s head. That motherfucker is fucking with the wrong one. That's all I'm saying. That's going to be the one game Jerry Jeudy remembers how to catch the ball, right? It's the Broncos of last year. So we are going to beat the Steelers the second matchup specifically because of his heroic performance. That's going to be the Jerry Jeudy game. Now, and then he's going to show back up in the AFC Championship to beat the Broncos. Let's see. Mike McDaniels of the Dolphins was Brady's offensive coordinator at the Patriots. Isn't it interesting? That's who we have getting Stefanski fired. And let's see. So that was just the notes. Good Lord. Okay. Lost Profits guy died. I don't really care all that much. This is stuff. Coach's going to just look more into the deaths on his own. If he finds anything interesting, he's going to bring it to you, okay? So that's how we're going to roll with that. Cub Swanson. I don't know why I did it like that. That was like the dumbest way to fucking do it. Dansby Swanson. Like I said, Coach has allergies, so his brain's not working great right now. James Dansby Swanson, okay? Plays for the fucking Cubs, right? Just like MMA fighter Cub Swanson. Coach thought that was odd. There's probably something else there. I'll leave those open and look more into it on my own time. Let's see. Coach told you about John Dorsey. Okay, so Patrick Beverly. Coach got this one right away without even looking. He's like, I guarantee you, even though he's known for the Clippers, he was probably drafted by the Lakers, right? Yep. Sure enough, drafted by the Lakers, known for playing with the Clippers, played for the Lakers. Patrick Beverly Hills. How cute. Okay, let's see. Julia Louise-Dreyfus, coach says, is Mary Louise Parker. Okay, Mary Louise Parker from Weeds. Check this out. Coach was very surprised at how obvious. I mean, first you got like the one eye and stuff, right? But that's a mask every time, dude. This bitch has the creepiest fucking face. That's a fucking face. Get out of here. So that's just another Julia Louise-Dreyfus character. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. This is why you tuned in. Belichick replacing Mac Brown as UNC head coach. Meanwhile, his last QB with the Patriots, or one of them, was Mac Jones. Right? So Mac Jones, Mac Brown. We got Belichick coaching the Cleveland fucking Browns like Paul Brown. All right, Coach thinks that's a little weird. What do you think? Okay, let's see. Coach says Dick Van Dyke is finally going down. It's going to be his 100th birthday. Okay. I don't remember exactly what I had on him. Oh, something about his family. Hold on. Let's find it here. Oh, yeah, Kelly Jean Van Dyke. So we got a Jean there. Barry Van Dyke. Isn't that something? So we got a Barry. And Barry, Barry, who is the nephew of Jerry. So Jerry's nephew, Barry, is married to Mary Carey. Okay, I know you need to hear that again. Jerry's nephew, Barry, is married to Mary Carey. What's wrong with that? Nothing. All right, so Charles Alvin Sanders. Alvin like Jason Lee, Alvin and the Chipmunks for some reason. 1946, that's when the Browns decided to wake up and start winning championships. This dude was tight end for the Detroit Lions from 1968. Well, we definitely like that. It's been 68 years since they won. He died in Michigan. Okay, he's drafted in 68, like we said. 7-time Pro Bowler, like the last name Sanders. Okay, Charlie's flag. Charlie Kirk just died. Attended school in North Carolina. God, I cannot take these allergies right now. I'm sorry. Give Coach 1 second. We gotta recover. I would usually cut it, but it's just not worth it. Okay. let's get back on task. Card pit. I don't know if Kurt's told you about this, but so the Cardinals and the Steelers were once one team. And of course, you look back 2008, we had the Cardinals against the Eagles in the NFC Championship. Winner faces the Steelers in the Super Bowl. What do you know? So you're either going to get the Card Pit Super Bowl or the Steagles. So Coach says they were hardcore programming you for that fucking eventual Steagles Super Bowl. We don't know when that's going down, but it's all set to. They're in the right conferences. Any given year, we're going to get Steelers, Eagles. All right? So there's that. Let's see. Come on. So many of these I'd be so much better off to do at the time. I just forget. Let's keep. Something with this. What was going on here? So Ray, right? So Ray is by, of course, Jamie Foxx. And they had Terrence Howard in that movie, right? Terrence Crawford just won. We're not going to look too much into this because I just thought that was interesting. I'm sure I had more, but whatever. Coach thought this was interesting. So Shane Bieber, right? Check this out. Not Justin Bieber. You believe that? And he resides in a suburb of Cleveland. So they need to trade for this motherfucker, right? What the fuck? Oh no, they already traded him. Okay, yeah, that's right. So this guy we traded to Toronto, not Justin Bieber. So of course why would he be in Cleveland, right? Not Justin Bieber's going to be in Toronto. Of course he is. So we got the Nailers. So Coach thinks there's no fucking way it's a coincidence that we get the tuck rule right around this. So Tom Brady comes to the NFL like 2001, 2002. We get Tuck Everlasting in 2002 and Nip Tuck in 2003, right? So Coach thinks they're definitely programming us for the tuck rule, etc. Him tucking his dick, whatever they do. Let's see. Brandon Lee Graham. Like Brandon Lee? Well, there you go. So now we know why Brandon Graham's so special. That's Bruce Lee's kid. No doubt. Oh, wait, from Detroit? Oh, yeah, that's right, we knew that. So, of course, another Michigan guy. What the fuck? That was weird. Coach thought the recording was about to fail. Okay. This is Brandon Graham. Browning Nagel. Right, so we had Jake Browning. Right, so Jake Browning gets replaced by Joe Flacco because he's fucking god awful. We also had a QB named Browning Nagel who coached the Jets, Colts, or played for Falcons, Predators, and the Buffalo Destroyers. 8 TDs to 20 picks, yo. He's beast in Arena League, though. All right. Yeah, I think we're about done for now. Okay. This is a good place to end it right here. NFL coaches with most Super Bowl losses. Okay, 4 NFL coaches are tied for the most Super Bowl losses with 4 apiece. Bud, as in Terrence Bud Crawford, Grant, Dan, as in Superman Reeves, Don, as in Donald Trump Shula, and Marv Levy. Okay? Let's see. 2 other coaches have 3 losses apiece. Bill Belichick and Tom Landry. Okay? So right now, Bill Belichick is tied for most Super Bowl losses with Tom Landry despite having 3 times the wins. I don't think those 2 belong in the same company. I think Bill Belichick belongs with old Don Shula up there, personally, right? So all we need is for Belichick to do exactly what Coach has been telling you to do, and he will be on this list as well, right? Just like all the other, will be the oldest coach to lose one, blah blah blah, right? This is to coach. Like, there's just no way you can see this and not know that's what they're doing. So, Coach, appreciate you. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, hey, I do want to say, we've just had Trevor left like a crazy comment about Belichick and fuck, what's his stupid name? Nick Saban, right? So, Coach says Trevor's right on the money. He's saying it's a Nick Saban ritual, but Coach just does not care about Alabama football, right? So he doesn't really know a lot. So we got to do some research before Coach can